We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Okay, dear students, before go for the designing aspects of multiple reactions, we should know what are the multiple reactions and what is the definition of multiple reactions. In multiple reactions, more than one stoichiometric equations and more than one kinetic expressions are needed to follow the change in the composition of all the reaction components in a given reaction. These are two types, either series reactions or parallel reactions. You can see the examples of series and parallel reactions in the slide. In further, we will study the designing aspects of both series and parallel reactions in the upcoming slides. Now, move on to the one of the important topic of this unit, that is qualitative discussion about product distribution. Here, we are considering the decomposition of A parallelly, where A producing R and A producing S, where R is the desired product and S is the undesired product. K1 is the rate constant of reaction A to R and K2 is the rate constant of reaction A to S. And A1, small a1, is the order of reaction of A to R and small a2 is the order of reaction of A to S. So if you are able to write the rate expression for this reaction A to R and A to S, you just write RR equal to dCr by dt, that is K1 Ca to power small a1, Rs equal to dCs by dt, that is K2 Ca to power small a2. If you divide both RR to RS, it means RR divided by RS, you will get dCr by dCs, that is K1 upon K2 Ca to the power small a1 minus small a2. Here you just see Ca is the only factor in the above equation that can be adjusted or controlled, either kept high or low based on the 3 conditions. What are they? First condition is if order of reaction from A to R, that is greater than order of reaction from A to S. If this is the case, it means the desired reaction is higher order than the unwanted reaction, shows that high reactant concentration is desirable since it increases the ratio R to S, and as a result a batch or plug flow reactor would favor formation of the product R and would require minimum reactor size. The second case, if A1 is less than A2, it means the desired reaction is of lower order than the unwanted reactions. So we need a low reactant concentration to favor formation of product R, but this would also require large mix size of flow reactor. Third condition is if both the order are same, then product distribution is fixed by the rate constant K1 upon K2 alone, and it is unaffected by the type of reactor used. So in concluding part, you can say the concentration level of reactant is the key to proper control of product distribution in parallel reactions. A high reactant concentration is always favored the reaction of higher order. A low concentration favors the reaction of lower order, while the concentration level has no effect on the product distribution for reactions of the same order. Okay, after qualitative, now move on to the quantitative treatment of product distribution and of reactor size. If rate equation are known, one can quantitatively determine the product distribution and the reactor size. These are the two important parameters while you are going to study the kinetics of the reaction. For that, two new terms are introduced. They are psi and phi, where psi is the instantaneous fractional yield of desired product R and phi is the overall fractional yield of the R. The formula you can see in the slide. For plug flow, where Ca changes progressively through the reactor, and the formula of plug flow reactor you can see in this slide. For mixed flow reactor, CAF, it means final concentration of the reactant, is found to be uniform throughout the reaction mixture, and hence for mixed flow reactor you just see the formula of overall fractional yield is given by the instantaneous fractional yield at CAF. It means at final conversion you just calculate the psi, you will get the overall fractional yield for mixed flow reactor. Okay. In chemical reaction engineering, either in homogeneous reactions or in heterogeneous reaction, in place of fractional yield, the new term which is introduced, that is the selectivity. Selectivity is very important parameter by which you can calculate the yield of the product, and the selectivity is defined by the ratio of moles of desired product formed to the moles of undesired material formed. Okay. Now let us see the case study of irreversible first order reaction in series, and we will do the qualitative discussion about the product distribution for this series reaction. Now consider the series reaction, that is A to R and to the S, where R is the intermediate product and S is the final or desired product of this series reaction. As you know, you have already studied this reaction in the chapter number 3, where you have derived the formula of final product and intermediate product. So if you write the rate expression for this reaction, so we need to write separate rate expression for all three, A, R and S. So Ra will be minus K1Ca, Rr will be K1Ca minus K2Cr, and Rs will be K2Cr. You can see the plot of concentration versus the time. You just see the concentration of A is decreasing progressively and the concentration of S is increasing progressively. However, the concentration of R seems to be flattened. But you must be knowing S will only be produced if R will produce. So, in the series reactions of three component A to R to S, the formation of this R is very important. If R will not produce, then there is no S will be in the reaction mixture. And therefore, we must focus on this R. And therefore, for irreversible reaction in series, the mixing of fluid of different composition is the key to the formation of intermediate product. The maximum possible amount of any and all intermediates is obtained if fluids of different composition and at different stages of conversion are not allowed to mix. Now we will continue in the next slide. Let us continue with the quantitative discussion for plug flow or batch reactor for a series reaction. In chapter number 3, we have already developed the equations relating concentration with time for all components of the unimolecular type reactions like A to R and R to S. During that derivations, we assume that the feed contained no reaction products R or S. If we replace reaction time by the space time, these equations easily apply well for plug flow reactors. And the final answer will be like this: Cr max upon Ca0, that equal to K1 upon K2 to the power K2 upon K2 minus K1. And where the space time for the plug flow reactor will be 1 upon K log mean, and that you can find out ln K2 upon K1 to K2 minus. You just see the figure. Figure shows how the ratio governs in the plug flow reactor. In A, this shows the concentration time curves, and B shows the relative concentration of the reaction components. Similarly, quantitative discussion for mixed flow reactor and its kinetic study, you just see in this slide. The same reaction is series reaction, and the rates for A, R and S also given like in the previous slide. The final answer, or you just say the output of that for mixed flow reactor is Cr max upon Ca0 will be 1 upon K2 upon K1 to the power half plus 1 whole square. And the space time in the mixed flow reactor will be 1 upon root K1 K2. And the behavior of unimolecular type this series reaction for mixed flow reactor also you just see in the figure. Okay, now this is very interesting. Whatever we have studied in the previous slides for the series reaction A2R and R2S, both the reaction we have considered these are the first order reaction. But somehow if somebody told you A2R is the first order reaction and R2S is the zero order reaction, it means first order followed by zero order reaction, then what will happen? Let us see. Here A2R and R2S, the rate constant K1 and K2 for both the reactions. So simply if A2R is the first order reaction, you just write down minus R equal to K1Ca. However, for RR, that is K1Ca minus K2Cr if it is first order reaction. But now it is zero order reaction, so RR will be K1Ca minus K2 only, because this term is not concentration dependent. So here only we just consider the rate constant K2, and therefore RR will be K1Ca minus K2. And the equilibrium constant, that is simply K2 upon Ca0 upon K1. And the initial concentration of R and S will be 0, because at initial point where time t equal to 0, there is no reaction, so there is no formation of intermediate and the final product. Okay, so Ca upon Ca0 will be after integration of first K1Ca, that you will find out e to the power minus K1t, and Cr upon Ca0 you will get 1 minus e to the power minus K1t minus K2 upon Ca0 t, and the final, that is concluding answer for the intermediate, because in the series reaction intermediate must be a maximum in order to find the maximum desired product. So Cr max upon Ca0 will be 1 minus K, 1 minus ln K, where K is the equilibrium constant. And the space time for getting this Cr max will be 1 upon K1 ln 1 upon K. So it is very interesting. Okay, now the vice versa, it means zero order followed by first order reaction. It means if the series reaction is A2R and R2S, initially A2R is zero order and R2S is the first order. It is very simple, like in the previous slide. You will get Ca upon Ca0 equal to 1 minus K1T upon Ca0, and the final answer you will get Cr max upon Ca0 equal to 1 minus e to the power minus K upon capital K, where capital K is the equilibrium constant, and Tr max, it means the space time to get the maximum R that is Ca0 upon K1. So this will help you in the numerical portion. Whatever the assignment I have given to you, you will find the numerical problems based on these derivations. So you just solve it. Now let us start with the quantitative treatment for plug flow reactor or for batch reactor and their kinetic studies. For that, we first consider the two-step reaction where the first substitution product is desired product. Actually, for an n-step reaction, the third and succeeding reactions do not occur to any appreciable extent and may be ignored. If the mole ratio of A and B are high, the reaction set considered to be like this. You just see the slide when the reaction is given A plus B, which gives R, and again that R which is act as an intermediate, R react with the another reactant B and give the S product. So if we want to write the rate equations, the rate equation we can write down for RA, RB and RR, which is given by minus K1 CACB minus K1 CACB minus K2 CRCB and K1 CACB minus K2 CRCB. And for RS, K2 CRCB. So these are the rate expression for the above equation. Now, if we want to quantitatively discussion for that reaction with the understanding that R, that is the intermediate, and it is also the desired product, and that the reaction is slow enough so that we may ignore the problems of partial reaction during the mixing of the reactant. So in general, taking the ratio of two rate equations eliminates the time variable and gives information on the product distribution. So here we just see the rate of R and rate of A, and therefore RR by RA, that is the ratio DCR by DCA, which will give you minus 1 plus K2CR upon K1 CA. And finally, with the maximum of composition of intermediate R, maximum CR, you will get CR max upon CA0, that equal to K1 upon K2 to the power of K2 upon K2 minus K1, wherein K2 upon K1 that is not equal to 1, and another CR max upon CA0 that will be 1 upon exponential term, that is 0.368, wherein K2 upon K1 equal to 1. So these are the final expression you will get. This gives the relationship between CR and CA in a batch or in a plug flow reactor. To find out the concentration of the other component, you simply take a mass balance as you have done in the last in the regular classes in the chapter number 3. So in the concluding remarks, I hope you would love this video lecture. Thank you very much, everyone. Stay safe.